What if I told you that learning to draw cartoons was the key to unlock your ability to create anything you can imagine in the universe?
Hey guys, welcome back to Art Party Now. I'm John McLane, the artist, and today we're going to draw another one of my favorite characters of all time, the Polynesian princess who saved her nation and was singing all the way through it. That's right, I'm talking about Moana. So grab something to draw with and let's start the party. Alright, so as you can see, I've got Moana all sketched out on pink paper with red pencils. And if you want to see how I draw the pencil lines, you can click the link in the description and watch the video, how to draw Pinocchio with pencils. But for those of you guys who are ready just to dive in and go straight to the Sharpies, let's start the party. So I've got my supersized Sharpie for the outlines, fine point Sharpie for the details. Got my blotter paper underneath, so let's go. So since Moana is kind of like closer to an anatomically accurate person than like a normal cartoon character, we're gonna start with the outline of her face. So follow my lines. So we're gonna start her forehead, a little bump for where her eyebrow is, another little bump for her cheek where her smile would be, a little bump for her chin, and then make the top of her head a little bit wavy to indicate her hair. Another little line for her cheek right there. All right. And then I'm gonna switch to fine point Sharpie. So right where this little bump is here is where the eyebrow is going to connect. And then do the other eyebrow. And then her eyes are kind of bigger than a normal person, but just below the eyebrows. So they're kind of like almond shapes. I'm gonna do a little line for the eyelid. Circle for her iris. Another little circle for the highlight. Same thing with the other eye. This one, her eyelid's kind of tucked away. Alright, so now we got her eyes. And then with her face, we don't want to do too much details. So like with noses, you never really want to draw the whole nose. Just like imagine the space around the nose. So I'm just kind of like indicating where the bottom of her nose is there. And then a couple little lines on the side here for her smile. couple little lines for the bottom lip there. All right, perfect. So now that we got the face, I'm gonna do the shoulders and the body and then come back and do the hair. So I'm kind of do two little lines curving down for her neck, and then she's got the magical necklace. We're just going to do a bunch of overlapping circles to get the necklace. And kind of shape like that. Neck is, and then we'll go and put in her shoulder. Kind of looks right, and then we'll do a little line kind of for where the armpit would be. And then for the top of her top, we're gonna do some lines like this, kind of like little waves. And I'm just gonna like outline where all the big shapes are, and then we'll kind of like come back and add the details later. So right now we'll just get the other side of her arm. Kind of like a diagonal line for top of her dress there. And another line going down to where her hand is. So if you've been able to follow along with that, you're doing fantastic. So at this point, I would come back and put in the hair because it's going to be behind all those lines. So I'm going to start right from the top and kind of just, and this part doesn't have to be perfect, but it's just kind of like wavy and bumpy couple little kind of circular lines there that we're not gonna color in when we come back and color in the hair, because she's kind of got that curly hair look. So then right from the top, do the same kind of thing down the other side. Kind of do like a sawtooth kind of motion. And then we'll come back and do the same kind of little circle shapes on the inside. Get the illusion of that like curly hair look. Final one there. All right, beautiful. Now we got the top half done. So now we're gonna come down and do the dress. So again, I'm just trying to kind of keep it simple and do the outlines, and I'm gonna come back and add the details of the dress later. But so with her hands, like she got her hands kind of like in a fist there, so we're just gonna kind of do a couple little lines like that for the knuckles. Little shape like that is gonna be the knot on her dress. So on the bottom of her dress is just kind of like tattered, so we're just gonna want to make it jagged. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's kind of like a straight line from the edge of her dress down to her leg here, so a little bump for her ankle. And the other side of the leg, same thing on that side, a little bump for the ankle. Big toe all the way down to the pinky. Alright. And then this part of her dress kind of flares out, so you kind of just got to eyeball where it is, but closer to the middle of this. Be the back of her calf.
this foot's kind of turned sideways. So we're gonna go big toe, second toe, right down to the pinky.
All right, beautiful. So now we got the overall shape. So where this knot is, you kind of draw in. Now she's got this belt kind of tying it off. And do like a couple little lines for the folds, but don't overdo it. And then I'm gonna want to come back down to the bottom here and do these kind of like cross-hatchy kind of lines. So now let's go back up to the top. So I forgot one little line here for her hair. And then how we did this bumps for the top of that, we're gonna come back and do bumps like this on the bottom. So it kind of just looks like a tattered ruffle. And then we're gonna do the same thing. A few more times. These ones kind of overlap, so we don't need to do the bottom side of that one. Bottom side, the second one. About right. And then this pattern is kind of just like a straight line across the bottom there. And then this is kind of like 4 little palm tree explosions. So we're kind of gonna want to do this kind of a thing. close enough to the pattern on her top there. And then again, we'll come back in here. If we've got this so far, we just kind of do like, we're just kind of trying to show the illusion that there's a pattern here, not trying to draw every single detail. So yeah, I'm gonna kind of start at the bottom and work up here. Diamond shapes here, which are like going to be the holes in her kind of like tattered, seaworthy costume. And then some kind of triangle shapes. Again, none of this has to be perfect. Like I said, just don't overdo it. Then I'm going to do a little zigzag kind of pattern. Second line, follow that. And then same thing on this side. This is where it gets like a little bit weird, because they're just kind of like flowers. But they got angular patterns too. So even if you just drew like diamond shapes and squares and triangles all over this, it'll probably come out looking pretty good. Then this part is similar to this part at the bottom. So we're going to have more of these diamond shapes. And triangles. Petal kind of looking thing here. All right, and there we have it. So there's our finished sketch of Moana. So I'm gonna go back and darken in my lines. So let's keep the party going. All right, so there's our finished Sharpie drawing of Moana. So if you've been following along with me, and I hope that you have, right now would be the perfect time to pause the video, adjust any of the lines until you got it just right, and then the only thing left to do is color this thing in. So let's go. Alright, so that's all I'm going to color in right now on this Moana drawing, because as always I'm going to let my 3-year-old daughter Meme finish coloring this in with me and finish the party with a bang. So I just did a little bit of the detail of a little bit of brown, a little bit of red, a little bit of white, just to kind of like get her started on where the colors go. So I hope you guys had fun in this Moana episode. Stick around for the final result, and we'll see you at the next art party.